Hello, what's the story, guys? My name is Wojtek, welcome to RacinGameShow, and today we're gonna be testing the new content addition to RaceRoom Racing Experience, and we're gonna take the Chevrolet Cruze that belongs to Sabine Schmidt, the Nurburgring Nordschleife expert, and we're gonna obviously bring it on to the Nordschleife. This is a 24-hour race layout, so we did close a good section of the Grand Prix circuit before it goes to the full Nordschleife loop. This is the layout that they were racing last year in World Touring Cars Championships. And first issue, we're gonna drop here to the last place. And yeah, so it wasn't my first choice to test out the new content, or basically the new update to the game. I was testing GT3 cars earlier on, but this was my second choice, and this is the first choice for the video I wanted to make. Big improvements when it comes to the force feedback. There's loads of new options that you could adjust to improve the feel. Also, as far as I know, the physics were updated. I'm not too sure about those cars, but definitely in the GT3 cars there's a very big improvement. Also very good improvement in World Touring cars, WTCC cars. However, I'm not over the moon when it comes to force feedback. It is very good, and I suppose it is as good as it can get with this physics engine. Let's put it that way, because as I really enjoy driving those cars, and I really appreciate they are very well done, and the driving experience is good, feels realistic. But when I'm comparing these touring cars here with the touring car in iRacing, namely Kia Optima, that I'm driving a lot recently, that I'm driving in the Liquid Racing at the moment, you could still feel the difference, and you could tell why RaceRoom Racing Experience is not there yet with the best in regards to the physics. It's just simply not as good. The main differences I'm noticing is the lack of feel when it comes to the balance of the weight balance of the car, when you shift the weight balance, when you're trying to turn into the corner. This is something that it's lacking the feeling in this car, in my opinion. And it's just simply you don't feel there's that much going on. Granted, you feel oversteer, you feel understeer. It understeers as crazy, especially under throttle. So you have to be very delicate with the throttle. But there's simply not as much depth when driving this car in comparison to the iRacing one. But nevertheless, it's highly recommended content. Probably one of the best. Obviously, great license from those touring cars. In fairness, I didn't test the faster cars. All I tested was the new Lada and this car, Chevrolet Cruze. Chevrolet Cruze was a bit better, a bit more responsive. Lada really didn't like it that much, so I can imagine the likes of Chevrolet and Honda probably would feel even a slightly bit better. Now there's another bit of the poor driving by me in this section, and Nordschleife is one of the tracks I still didn't memorize fully, especially towards the end. I kind of don't have enough mileage in this track to memorize it, so apologize for the poor driving here. What else I could say? That's pretty much it. So this new two additions, obviously it's really good to see the Nordschleife in RaceRoom. That's the laser scan version, as we all know, so there's no worries when it comes to any accuracy. Some would say it's the best Nordschleife yet. It's really hard to tell. Again, not enough mileage. I did only a few laps in Assetto Corsa, probably 10-15 laps. Not too many laps in iRacing either. Didn't have a chance to race on this track in iRacing yet. So I wouldn't be passing my judgment in that regards. All I can say, it's done up to very high standard, up to very high RaceRoom standard and overall standard in racing games. So it's definitely worth the purchase. It's more pricey than any other truck. It's twice the price of the Spa-Francorchamps, for example. But guys, please remember, this truck is 4 times longer or even 5 times longer than your average truck. So it's just simply, they had to put a lot of work into this truck. As far as I know, they're working for the whole year. So you could imagine they've been releasing several trucks a year, and for this alone, they had to work for the whole year. So I think the price is justified. It is what it is. The pricing system in RaceRoom, mostly people don't like it. I actually don't mind it. I think it's very reasonable. But that putting aside, worth the purchase for me. What else I could say about? I think that's all I wanted to bring it on in this one. In this video you're gonna see only the cockpit view. I'm gonna bring another video right after this one with the replay view from the second lap of this race. And again, sorry for the poor driving. I still quite enjoy it, despite I'm not that great in this track. However, I had to drop the AI to 100% to even be able to stay with them. And the AI, as far as now, there was changes to AI as well, and they actually seems to be some problems into the first corner. I tried on 2 different layouts here in Nordschleife, and AI basically goes extremely slow, basically stops into the first corner, so there is some small issue there that hopefully gonna be rectified in the near future. But apart from that, up to very good RaceRoom standard AI drives very well, races you too wide into any part of the track you can imagine. You will be able to see it earlier on in this video, and if you choose to view the next video from the replay view. Okay, so I'm finished in this little thought. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys again later. Bye bye.